Concord is bad. Just one glance at the art style and I could tell you that the game just wasn't gonna happen. And based on the Steam player numbers, well, I'm not the only one. This game is some plastic, generic, corporate slop that just wants to make money because Overwatch makes money, so we're gonna make another Overwatch that's just like Overwatch that, well, you basically have to pay 40 bucks for it, but there's also gonna be a bunch of microtransactions in it. The game just wants your money. It doesn't care if it's good or not. And as far as I'm concerned, there's nothing that sets it apart from anything else, and, well, you're allowed to be frustrated because it is representative of the degradation of our media in the past decade and a half or longer. And, well, this is how far we've come. This is where we're at now. Now, I could make a video that's doing social commentary on that about, you know, oh, our media has become so corporatized and it's also fake now, but I'm not gonna do that. Instead, we're gonna do something a little bit more fun. We're gonna go into the Steam community discussions, and we're just gonna read what some people have to say in those forums. We're just gonna read it aloud, and we're gonna do a little bit of laughing. And I don't know, maybe there'll be some funny stuff in there. So let's do it. And here we are at the Concord Steam page. Ooh, 40 bucks. Ooh, 40 bucks. Ooh, not good. Not good. Let's go to the community hub. Let's see, a bunch of not recommended. Lol, I'm sure we'll get there. All right, let's go to discussions. Oh, here we go. First thread. If you don't support this game, you're R, heart, and S, heart. Let's see what this guy has to say. They're broke, but please think of them, smiley face. Quixt says, okay, that's the first reply. That was 5 minutes ago. Wow, let's go. We're off to a blistering start. Dream says, Concord is a genuinely fun game that deserves a shot 12 hours ago. Here we go. If you want a genuinely fun, old school-esque hero shooter that has more balance in terms of characters than Overwatch ever did, give Concord a go. I now have 40 hours into it, and I can honestly say that the more I learn, the more fun the game gets. This preteen agenda against the game is rooted in a bad thing that I'm not gonna say out loud. There is no agenda being pushed. When you're in-game, there isn't a single mention of LGHD TV anything. It is a sci-fi game with an interesting storyline, one that I hope is explored in a lot more depth. I've been playing hero shooters since Shadowrun on the Xbox 360. Fun game, never got off the ground. Phenomenal game. I actually do agree with this guy. That game was goated. And I say that Concord deserves a spot in the genre just as much as Overwatch, but Paladins. Oh, Paladins! I played that at a convention years ago. It was, anyway. I'll stop editorializing. All this trolling nonsense aside, for those of you still not going through growth spurts, wait, for those of you not still going through growth spurts, oh, he's saying for those of you who aren't tweens, if you're on the fence, I genuinely suggest you give it a go. Try it out. See for yourself that all the hate is unjustified. It's a fun game. One that has had me put 40 hours into it already. Okay. Fighting a match takes 20 to 30 seconds and at times, and 1 minute to 1 minute 30 at other times. It's not anywhere as bad as what people being pushed in terms of player count. Wait, it's not anywhere as bad as what is being pushed in terms of player count. Okay, so he's saying that the player count is misleading. There's more people playing it. Like, it feels more alive than the player count would. This guy needs to work on his writing skills, man. I rarely, if ever, run into the same people. The trophy theory for counting PS5 players is flawed to hell as it doesn't account for private profiles, but I digress. Simply put, the characters, gameplay, environments, and abilities are all a lot of fun. Hey, he used the "a lot" correctly, but the rest just doesn't read well. If you like hero shooters but want one that is more balanced and grounded, Concord is your game. You and I both know reviewers are corrupt to all hell and that children love to make noise. Leave the judging for yourself as you always should. Okay, well, shout out to Dream. I appreciate you airing your thoughts, bud. We got 4 clown reacts and 3 hilarious reacts, and then a wholesome react. This actually does like if he didn't have this sentence right here where he accuses everybody of that doesn't like the game of being R-worded, I would actually find this to be genuinely wholesome. Like, I'm glad somebody enjoys it. Like, this probably helps the people that made this game like feel something, I guess. Like, I would, if I made this game, I'd read this and go, thank God, at least somebody likes it. All right, let's start reading the replies. 83 comments. Oh man, we're probably not gonna get through all these. The only shot this game deserves. Okay, this is from Machine God, first reply. The only shot this game deserves if from my Glock so it can shatter into a million pieces. Machine God's not too happy. Vasigo Rain says, I'd play the game if it had trading cards, and then only to collect some new dead game emotes. And then he's got some dead game hawking. Oh, this is pretty meta game. Well played, Vasigo Rain. Orc Page says no. Mr. Soul, seriously, OP, who are you trying to convince, us or yourself? Exactly. Uncle Mikulo says, at its current state and the lack of announcements from the devs regarding how they are going to solve the low player number issues, I can't with good conscience recommend anyone to buy this game. Sony/the devs are getting closer and closer on deciding whether to make the game free to play with a revised plan for how to monetize it as an attempt to save it. And players that bought the game are going to be compensated with a symbolic amount of in-game currency rather than a refund. It's probably not going to work. I'm trying not to editorialize here too much, but even if this game goes free to play, it's probably not going to work. Sorry. Hedgie says, I feel sorry for you. Here's a jester. So he clown reacted. Alex_DKZ says, I just wonder if the shills get paid by the hour or by the post. Yes. Oh, Alex gets it. Hellsmoke77 says, you had to make another shill thread after all your talking points got destroyed in this one. Ooh, he linked another thread. We'll go read it. The fact that you made another one just shows you have an agenda to push. Okay, we're gonna open this up. Dream, the OP, responds to Uncle Mikolu. Sorry. Dream says, report it. I'm sorry, I couldn't get it out. Report it. Spamming defamation of this sort is not constructive and isn't based on any truths. Furthermore, it damages great developers from earning sales that are more than well deserved. Your opinion, just as your presence here, is unwelcome. Oh God, Dream. I wonder if we could cross-reference a Reddit account with this. We're not done yet. There's still 2 more paragraphs, both of which are bigger than the first. The game is very much so alive, and the player count is quite healthy. Finding a match takes 20 to 30 seconds. Yeah, you mentioned that. Whereas on Overwatch, finding a match takes 3 to 6 minutes. I didn't need a citation for that, but I don't think that is true. I've now put in 40 hours. Yeah, oh my God, he's saying the same numbers over and over again. Every match, yeah, okay, oh yeah. So this, with good conscience, is a baseless claim on your part, and clear corrupt defamation with a clearly backed agenda. Get 'em, Dream, get 'em. You have no insight on what Sony or the devs are going to do. As it stands, the game has a solid roadmap of updates ahead. Sony has the ability to see this game through for the foreseeable future. Not saying there aren't PC players, there are in every match I play. Unique tags every game, and then you have epic sales as well. As it stands, the game is poised to grow and grow. Oh no, Dream, not like this, bud. Not like this. So to anyone reading this, disregard this troll who plays clicker games on Steam. If you needed any more proof that they're a bot, lol. They don't own the game, nor do they have any insight on the plans of Sony or the devs. They are nothing but an R-word troll. Got him, Dream. Got him. Oh God, this is so good. I'm so happy. I didn't know what to expect going into this. This is exactly what I wanted. This is so good. Kron says, not for $40 it doesn't, lol. Abago Fiscal says, no, in all caps. Haji says, no need to reply further. OP overdosed with copium. He's in delusional hallucination state. Yes, I read that correctly. By the way, I didn't mess up the reading, that's how it's written. Dream replies again with another wall of text, replying to Hellsmoke77, who said, you. Okay, this is like, I'm gonna read it word for word. Ready? Starting now. Got destroyed. Shill. Growth spurts and hormonal changes. I was single-handedly putting down every supposed, quote, gripe, unquote, against Concord by people who never played it, only to get mass reported as an out of being humiliated for the trolls you all are. What? got batch reported. Get wrecked. And then yes, I did read that correctly. As in out of being humiliated. That is a yes, sounds good to me. Linking a thread from several days ago, tracking users on a game forum despite not owning or caring to own the game itself, yet being fully prepared to spend every waking moment trolling, defaming, and attacking anyone who supports said product. How about you look up the definition of agenda? I'm sorry, I didn't mean to go after this one person, but these posts are just too funny. My only agenda is to let others who enjoy hero-shooters know that this game is actually a lot of fun. There is a refund option. It's not like they can't get their money back. Well, if you play for more than 2 hours, you can't get your money back. So if the queue times are long or the training is long and you have more than 2 hours logged on Steam or there's like a launcher open, you actually can't get a refund. So that's not quite true actually. But if they're on the fence because of this R-word echo chamber, then I'm here to offer a mature take to help them. I love this guy. Oh my goodness. All right, second part of the post, he's replying to Kron, who comments about $40. If that's how you feel, fair. I get that. To me, it's worth the $40. Okay. I've had and still am having a lot of fun with it, and I love the fact I can unlock almost everything by playing rather than spending $50 per skin. That all aside, since you have no intent on buying the game, why exactly are you here? Got him, Dream. Got him with the rhetorical question to end the argument. Well, he is actually right, because this right here where he says, I love the fact I can unlock almost everything by playing rather than spending $50 per skin. I will say that this was actually a good move by Concord to release with a sticker price. But the problem is, here's the problem with that. And I'm going to editorialize a little bit. The problem is that the general consumer, myself, all my friends, all the people I associate with, I guess, in real life and online or whatever, we have so little trust in these game studios to not just take my money and then screw us on the microtransactions anyway. And that's what I see this game doing, is it takes your $40 and then it says, oh, thanks for the $40. By the way, do you want this elite legendary skin, limited time only? It's only $75. And basically that's the only way you can get anything. So if I see a game for sale and they promise like, oh, you're gonna be able to unlock everything, I have my doubts about it. I have my doubts. And when a game looks like what Concord looks like, I really, really have my doubts about it. So in order for this to work, you have to have a lot of trust in the publisher and in the developers to say, yes, I'm going to buy your game for money up front and then be able to unlock everything in the game. A good example of that would be Rocket League, because in Rocket League, you can unlock pretty much everything in the game. And of course, there's stuff you can buy, like the really cool stuff you actually have to buy, which is kind of dumb. But actually, Rocket League might be free to play now. It might be. I don't remember. I'm a boomer. I played it way back when it was like 20 bucks or something. So anyway, we're gonna move on. Id75, a bunch of numbers, says he's replying to Dream, the line where Dream said, Concord is a genuinely fun game that deserves a shot. And ID says, between the eyes. Yes, so good. Oh God, people just have a way. Brevity is wit. Guys, brevity is wit right here. This is a perfect example of that. Kron says, replying to Dream. So Dream asks, why exactly are you here? Kron says, to see how much copium do people defending this game smoke. Okay, at least I'm not the only one. I'm not the only one that sees comedic value in this. Let's extend the replies. Uncle Makulu replying to Dream. I do play clicker games, and I'm not ashamed to admit that, but I also play games such as Baldur's Gate 3 and Cyberpunk 2077, as everybody can see, because my Steam profile is not private, because I am not ashamed of the games I own and play. And in what way have I been trolling in my 2 posts that you've responded to? And where did this R-word troll name calling come from? Oh no, Uncle Makulu is about to learn a very valuable life lesson about arguing with these people. Oh boy. Rem, replying to a wall of text where Dream replies to Uncle Makulu, telling him he was going to be reported. There is already an IGN article mentioning the game only sold 25,000 copies. Stop sniffing copium, LMAO. Not to mention the guy replied with honesty and you call him an R-word troll. Everyone can see how much of a Sony shill you are. This is so fucking stupid. 25,000 copies. That's so bad. This game cost between $100 and $200 million to make, and they sold 25,000 copies. Oh man, that's so rough. That's so rough. Mookow says if they remove the pronoun stuff, I might give it a try. Hellsmoke77 says, then the alarm clock went off and you woke up. Good morning, sunshine. Nice. Oh, Dream again. Dream with another, it's not really wall of text, but if I see more than 3 lines, I consider it a wall of text. He's replying to Uncle Makulu, who replied to Dream, asking where the name calling came from. He says, spamming every thread with the same copy-pasted troll post that isn't backed by any truth just to deter possible sales. Dude, why do you care? It's not your game. It's not your company. You're not making money off of this unless you are literally shilling. Unless you are a literal company page shill. It's not your game. Why do you care? I'm so confused. That's an agenda, and a dangerous one at that. Ooh. Dangerous. 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 Oh man, there's so much I want to say about this word. I'm just gonna let this one go by. We're gonna move on. You don't own the game, have no intentions of buying it, and have no idea what you're even talking about. You're here on someone's payroll or your own delusions of grandeur. Oh man, this is like the most low effort Dunning-Kruger R-atheism post of all time. Like this guy 100% spends his whole day on Reddit when he's not playing Concord. Concord's the best thing ever. This is a Reddit poster, 100%. My God, I like this line right here. All I see is a neck beard and a fedora behind the keyboard. Just like, yeah, got him. All right, and then he replies to Rem, saying he's a Sony shill, implying anything IGN says or has said for the last God knows how many years is to be taken as truth. Estimated. Skimmed over that word, I take it. Oh, cornered him. The, quote, guy, unquote, who replied, made false claims in hopes of deterring sales, which in my opinion should be a bannable offense. What? Immediately become authoritarian communist. So if you criticize a game, you should be prepared to get banned, idiot. Oh my God. Oh, you just got authoritarian right away. It's like, if you criticize my game, that's an attack on me, and you should be banned. Somebody called Gabe. Hellsmoke77 replying to Dream, who quotes him and then takes out his entire post and writes blah, blah, blah. He said, the game already failed. It's over. It's a colossal failure on Steam, and it's a colossal failure on PlayStation, according to recent reports. Either you're a masochist that just loves getting destroyed, or you're just farming gestures. Don't give this guy any gestures. He can keep the one he has as a participation trophy. Oof. Oh, not like this. Jeremy says combat is very fun. Okay, well, there you go. Somebody likes the combat. I'm actually glad to see this. Sweet Gula says, nah, it deserves to be put on the ground and people laugh at it, which is what happened now. LeMail. Freezerino says, I've had a pretty fun time so far, worth the money for me. I really like the setting/art style in this game too. There's definitely things that should have been made differently, but the insane hate mobbing over this game is crazy and says more about the mob than it does about the game. No, it says more about the state of the industry than it says about either of those things. I'm not going to get into that. There's plenty of people that do social commentary on that, but there you go. Id with a bunch of numbers comes back to reply to Freezerino saying he had a pretty fun time. He says, sure, like it or not, but those playing these, he says, sure, like it or not, but those playing this game are 0.00001% of players. At that point, it's not the world that's weird, it's you. Freezerino replies to Id, saying, you sure it's not weirder when all those people have strong opinions about a game they're not playing? Id replies, shh. You don't need to touch it or come anywhere near it to know that it just is. You just look at it from afar, hopefully far enough that the stench doesn't hit you, and move on. All right, we're scatting now. This is just scat. Clown with 0 Steam level. I wasn't gonna say it. Thank you for bringing this up, Cloud. That 0 Steam level account posting. It might literally be a page shill. Lazy Joe Beard. Concord is an awful game that does not deserve a chance. It deserves to flop and is. Lazy Joe Beard follows up with a double post, replying to Cloud. Said it on another post, but in the case I was missed, so I'll say it here too. I can't recall if it's appearing offline or having a profile private, One of these, if not both together, causes profiles to disappear as level 0, even if they are not. Okay. Not saying it to defend them, I find their opinion asinine, and the game is terrible and dying as it deserves too. So yeah, the level 0 thing might not be legit, but a little suspicious because you mouse over these guys and oh yeah, he's got a level 0 account. Freeze Reno's level 38, Cloud level 46. It's level 0 too. Maybe people just like posting on these forums. All right, we'll read a couple more on this thread, then we'll move on. Kiteless with some kanji says, I'm glad you enjoy the game, OP. I also hope you have fun playing it on your own. Ooh. Dread says, damn dude, I pity you. It follows up. Yeah, we're not gonna read that. We're done reading about the scat. Visaga Rain says, he made the thread after getting reality checked in another thread. Same stories with the Lawbreakers, quote, fan base, unquote. Freeze Arena is talking about scat again. Mapnik. No, it does not deserve a chance. No matter how much damage control posts you make. No matter how many damage control posts you make. Excuse me. Double says, hot take. Hero shooters are all trash. This one is just extra trash. Original Rob, replying to Dream, says, what about this is defamation? Seems like a perfectly reasonable take. Your reaction, however, is forced. Full account. Hell, mine's at 16 for just existing and I couldn't care less about it. Steam numbers speak for themselves, so anecdotal accounts about your experience mean less than nothing. It's a joke. Papa Steak says, not only no, but hell no. Here we go. We'll read this one, then we'll move on. Dream says, there are no reports. It's all just a biased R-word agenda. The game is alive and thriving with an active user base. Why spam baseless nonsense? As somebody gave it a funny react. That's pretty good. Okay. I think you guys get the point on that. We're going to move on. All right, so this is August 26th at 3:15 a.m. I guess that's my time, so. Dream says, so I finally got to play ... Played 2 games and ... The game is actually incredibly fun. Love the maps, love the characters, love the visuals. All of it is just, it's reminiscent to days when I actually used to enjoy gaming. You all should be ashamed of yourselves. Yes, yes, get him, Dream, get him. Oh wait, this is page 13. Oh my God, there's 225 comments. Kiteless, we know this guy. Kiteless with some kanji says, so when are you making your profile public in your game collection? No. Oh man, oh geez. This guy spends his whole day on here posting. Let's go to the first page. So, no, bro. The Neon Demon says, press X to down. Snow says, and then you woke up. Quite literally, quote, woke, unquote, up. Dream says, no joke, not trolling. It's actually fun. Wish they do a trial so people could try. I actually do wish they do a trial. Dream, you know, in the midst of this, I don't know what to call this posting. In the midst of his shill posting, he actually makes some pretty good points. There should be a trial so I could try Concord. So instead of just looking at the art style and telling you guys it's bad, I could actually say I played it and this is what I thought. Now, if I liked it, I would probably say so and I would probably buy it. But I can tell you right now, I'm not gonna like it. Red as Therios Venet says, press triangle to trigger. Whoops, wrong flop. Yeah, I get this one, Dustborn and Star Wars Outlaws mixed up. I get my streams crossed all the time. Neon Demon replies to the triangle to trigger, calling him an R word. Resist says, how long did your queues were? By that answer, we'd know if you actually played the game or just shill for it. Nicodemus52 says, I don't. The game looks like it plays fine. The 2 or 3 actual reviews I watched about it says it was a good game. Not perfect, not worth the upfront $40, but fun and fictional. I believe the reviews. I'm sure it is. Well, there's, boy. I'm still not going to give them any of my money. Examples must be made. And the whole going after fans thing. I get it. He called the critics talentless freaks after 2 or 3 weeks of relentless mocking already. I get that. I'm rather impressed they didn't do it the moment things started to look sour. Doesn't matter though. If I see a developer go after potential customers anyway for any reason, you're on the list. The list you never get my money. And he brings up a good point. For context, there was a Concord developer that was going after people on Twitter, calling them all sorts of names, and then he had to lock his account because he was getting mocked too hard. But I have screenshots. If you go to my Twitter, it's down there somewhere. I made a meme about it. So AK says, I am ashamed. I was so mean to this game, but realized this game's potentially be the best hero shooter ever. Total anime profile picture take, by the way. Dream says, without crossplay, I couldn't find a match. With it takes about 2 minutes. Wait, I thought it was 30 to 60 seconds. Dream, buddy, your numbers, they aren't adding up. I'm from the future, Dream. This number isn't accurate. Abood says, it's funny how hard you people are defending this. I hope you're at least getting paid for this. Dude, people know. People see this kind of stuff, like the people that this account posts, and they just know. Don't mind me sipping my coffee and having a laugh at you. Dream replies to AK, who clearly said something sarcastic, and says, not the best, not the worst. It's fun though and deserves a chance. See, he's right. I bet you it does play fine. So why isn't there a trial? Why do I have to pay $40 to experience it myself? And I could just pay $40 on Steam and then play it for 119 minutes and then refund it, and then I could get the experience. But I don't want to put $40 at risk. I'm sorry. I just don't want to do that. Spoke says, good to hear, but you should enjoy it while you can. Games with better launches were shut down. A good Joe says, I'm happy you're enjoying it before the game dies completely, which will be very shortly. I'd expect the servers won't stay up for long considering the loss that Snowy has endured. AK says, this game won't die. It will only gain more players once people get bored of that generic Souls-like Wukong game. Oh no, maybe that wasn't sarcastic after all. Oh no, bro. He says, I'm hoping you're wrong because there's so much potential here. Well, unfortunately. Here we go. Dark Exile says, we should be ashamed? Why exactly? Because we didn't buy a game we don't enjoy and isn't worth the entry price to us? So if so, then let's reverse the scenario. I have a jar of pickles. They're not your favorite brand. They may be a little out of date, but just for giggles, I'm going to charge you way more for them. Still want them? If your answer is no, you should be ashamed. Think of all the work that went into that jar of pickles, dude. You're putting the pickle makers out of business. Level 60 Night Elf Rogue says, I'd buy it for the memes, but it requires a PlayStation account, which is too far for me. It was bad enough requiring it for Red Dead Redemption 2. I won't do it for some random game I don't even want to play. Yeah, that's another thing. I mean, that almost killed Helldivers. Like, that was a big controversy. And it's so dumb because they want more PlayStation account registrations so they can show their investors, look, we're getting growth, guys, we're growing. But it's like, no, you're not really growing. It's just an empty number. Time Freeze says, in all seriousness, if Sony wouldn't force you to have a PSN account, I might have looked into it. But since it requires a PSN account, all interest is gone. Heck, I wouldn't even make an account if they would decide to finally port Bloodborne to PC. Okay, well, Nicodimus52 says, replying to AK, says, nah, they'll finally be ready to go back to POW World. They've not played it in a few months. What? Okay. Fico says, nice try, Mr. Developer. All right, I think we get the idea here. I don't think Dream, yeah, he's shilling for it. I think this is a shill account, literally paid shill or a developer's alt or somebody at PlayStation that's just trying to get the message out there and hoping that people that read it will, well, what he's doing is he's not trying to convince any of these people. He's trying to convince the people reading that this is not, like, there are people out there that like it. So, yeah, I don't know, man. I hope it stays online for a long time so you can keep playing it, buddy, and you and all the people that like it. Because it won't be me. Oh my gosh, there's new threads in the last, oh man, there's so much. There's so many threads. Look at this. Since I started, it's been 35 minutes since I started recording. All of these new replies and new threads since then. This forum is alive. Let's go to genuinely fun game. This is by Dream. Yeah, we read this one already. If you don't support this game, you're R word and S word. Yeah, we already saw that one too. Enough is enough. Where are the moderators? And this was, what, 6 days ago? Enough is enough. Where are the moderators? Asked Place for Pets. Honestly, this game discussions is too toxic. Nobody disliked this game for valid reasons, and reviews are positive more than negative. So it is a good game, but this discussions is too toxic, so we either stop hating on this game or moderators need to lock the hate post because it's like the bullies hurting innocent people. Enough is enough! And then angry face. Or facepalm face, excuse me. And then in all caps, I don't need to own the game to defend it. The Doom posters hate the game and don't own it, so we can defend it and not own it either, okay? My parents already buy me a new game soon, and I can't buy Concord yet. Now stop asking about that. Seriously? Stop clowning my post if you disagree. Just leave. Oh, no, I think this is actually a little kid. It's 56. 56 clown reacts. Oh, no. Oh, man. Oh, God. I hope this kid learns something from this. Virtuality says, haha. Place for Pets doesn't reply to him, but he lists his username and says, Virtuality, it's not funny. Thumbs down. Epic says, come on, man, the last semblance of life from this game will vanish if that happens. Just let it breathe for a little longer, even if only as a laughing stock. This Russian guy says, the moderators are having fun with us. Magnumaniac says, so that's an interesting point. If I click on the reviews tab above, all I see is page after page of negative reviews, but somehow on the store page, this game is mostly positive. There's something decidedly dodgy going on with the review score. Kruna, who has been banned, says, wah ha 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 ha, mwah ha 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 ha. By the way, how are we, quote, hurting innocent people, unquote, lol. Oh my God, is enough. Enough is enough. Cries hysterically. Wait, where? Hurting it. Oh yeah, hurting innocent people, the bullies. Oh no. Where is the hashtag safe space? Asks Das Apple. Truna, who's been banned, says, I think that's true because even moderators don't play this trash along according to the numbers, lol. Festizio says, pizza ordered, pizza delivered. Okay. Below Sub-Zero says, leave Brittany alone. And 8 people thought it was good enough to spend Steam points laughing at. Future Pizza says, why aren't you playing the game then? Better yet, why don't you own the game? Answer us. Halvo says, they didn't get enough cells for moderators. People just like don't proofread anything here, I guess. They just type it in and send it away and then exit the brain. Revenge Side says, no broom around to be found as it should be. Remembers Jannies do it for free. You hear that? You hear that, Jannies? You do it for free. Kruna, who's been banned, thought the leave Britney alone thing was funny enough to deserve its own reply. The Jeb's third term 2024 says, the pesky icon denoting user owning the game is a bane of every honest, hardworking clown farmer. I'll tell you what. Oh man. Sorry, dude, I'm not woke, just laughs. Burn One Nun says, how to are all these topics posted by people who don't own the game? Liam Neeson Punching Wolves says, have you ever been to a Steam board before? They're all like this. They're actually not all like this, actually. Some of them kind of are like this, but not all of them are like this. The only joy is trolling because the actual people aren't worth engaging with. Biscuit says, it's because you can only review it if you buy it, and none of us were going to buy it. That's why they failed so hard. That's a good point. That is a really good point. Wookie replies to Place for Pets and tells him that you haven't bought the game, comrade. Well, that's what he said. He said his parents haven't bought him for him yet. I'm not kidding. He said that in the OP. Resist says, Steam moderation is different. It's almost like it's not an echo chamber. Extrenix says, makes me wonder how you sensitive kids will ever manage to live 80 plus years of life while being triggered by everything. Hermit posts an emote from Cuckold Simulator. Absalon says, scared face, holy crap. It looks like someone stepped on a landmine and had their entire lower body taken off. Place for Pets, you're in deep, dude. Cringe. Getty says, you forgot to buy the game. Insomniac says, nobody dislikes this gam for valid reasons. How would you know? You don't own it either. Okay, we're just seal clubbing at this point. This is beating a dead horse. Oh wait, Place for Pets is a couple of replies. Let's read these and we'll move on. Place for Pets says, Mave, my parents already buy me a new game soon and I can't buy Concord yet. I just say, why above? Seriously, how do you not see that? Oh no. Oh no. Poor Place for Pets. You have to be 18 to use this site, bud. All right, let's go back to general discussions. Go outside. Here we go. Red Fox 08 with no replies. Thread title, go outside. All these losers are coping and seething about how the game has pronouns and characters that aren't the same bland white dude copy and pasted 50 times. I have been playing Concord on my PS5 and it has an incredible experience, reminding me of when I first played Overwatch. It has its problems, but 99% of the negative feedback is from hateful trolls who need to go outside and touch grass. End of rant. Got him. Red Fox 08 coming in hot, scathing forum post. Let's see. Rav says, I wish people were more consequent with their wallet. I don't know what this means. Let's find out. Especially when it comes to the new early access meta where people spend $30 or more to play a game 3 days earlier. Devs putting in a deliberate effort to make the quote poor version quote launch as bad as possible after the weekend, etc. Mediocre overpriced games like D4 selling hundreds of millions of copies of this early access crap. Games like Call of Duty that are made in collaboration with the US military to spread war propaganda amongst young people. Honestly, Concord pales in comparison to a lot of the crap, but nobody cares. I guess good marketing is really the only thing that matters. Now that's a little bit profound actually. He's got a point because Diablo 4 was trash. The new Call of Duty Black Ops 6 is laughably bad. It's so bad, and yet a bunch of people bought it. So yeah, maybe it isn't fair, but yeah, we're not gonna sit here and play whataboutism. I mean, Concord is bad and it's getting clowned on, so that's the end of the story. Just because somebody else made something worse doesn't mean that I'm not allowed to laugh at the thing that's bad. though. I can laugh at Black Ops 6 too. That's pretty rough. Maybe I could go there and read read those forums next. One reply. Honorable Sir Richard DeMilo says there are like 10,000 games about war, lol, I don't live in the USA and I'm not someone who would say stuff like, hell yeah, brother, Army is so cool. But like, is it a known fact the US Army is collaborating with COD? Sounds like the biggest conspiracy theory ever, but I'd be happy to be wrong. Like if it's public knowledge. Okay, that's boring. That's boring. I wanted to call him names. Oh, here we go. Here we go. It Zov with a new thread and a whole bunch of clown reacts, so you know it's gonna be good. People's jobs are at stake. Stake. Okay, it's gonna be really hard to take this seriously. I get having a little trolling fun. I used to browse B back in 2019. No way. No way, bro. You did not just write that. Oh my god. This has gotta be a troll post. I'm not read anymore. I know this is a troll post. But you guys really need to lock in. There are hundreds, if not thousands of people whose lives depend on this game succeeding. Just food for thought before you gloat. NT, well done or medium rare. Swole Dickus says, at stake, Jesus Christ, LeMayo. You could say they're cooked, Gullion. Yes, a bunch of laugh reacts to that. Az says, maybe don't hire Sweet Baby Inc. if you want your game to succeed. It Zob says, it was a theme post, that's why I said food for thought at the end. Oh, okay, so it was a motif. It was a comedic motif. Most intelligent, quote, anti-SJW be like, oh yes, we didn't understand the joke. My incredibly high IQ is too much for your layman brain to handle. Jeez. Oh man, why do all these people sound like Redditors? It's like, actually, it was you that's the idiot. Farron the Fox, T-Bone or Porterhouse? Honestly, more of a ribeye kind of guy. Seagray, OP, are you gonna buy this game? More about steak, more about steak. Shopper Keeper, replying to the original post. I don't care. People's jobs are at stake. Food for thought. It's Zov, replying to the guy asking if he's gonna buy the game, says, I don't need to buy it to know how much good it's doing, especially if it pisses off the bots like you. Got him. More steak. Killzone says, I purchased products I want to play, not as charity. Yep, tell him, Killzone. More steaks, more steaks. Flare 34, almost like actions have consequences. Not for. Literally an election tourist LeMayo. I don't know what that means. I don't know what that, I'll be honest, I don't know what that means. All right, Kevin H. So far left radicals who want to take control of hobbies to insert their own politics into it? Why are you trying to make people happy, man? You're such a nice guy. I hope they all lose their jobs too for being POS. These devs are the types of bigots who will actively attack other devs who don't conform to their politics. Why the hell do I care? I'd rather they all lose their jobs and the gaps get filled by people who aren't awful human beings. Jesus Christ. I'm pretty sure they're not awful human beings. I'm pretty sure the devs of Concord aren't awful human beings. I'm pretty sure that's not true. I disavow this, Kevin H. It Zov, replying to somebody asking about why should we care. It Zob says, I guess if you're not a decent person, nothing matters. Luan Black Flag says the developers of this game are activists with colorful hair and they don't care about the gamers, so I won't feel sorry. Killzone, again, with a very level-headed take. All that matters here is if I want to buy their product, and I don't. Yep. Mo Fuji says, I don't care. I'm just a talentless freak after all. For context, this is what the guy on Twitter was calling the people criticizing him. I don't kowtow to their baby tantrums. I don't believe exactly as they do. I don't vote the way that they demand. These people view me as the enemy. They wouldn't spit on me if I were on fire. Why should I care about them in return? Claris Go says, now I'm good with the professor and the Twitter freaks to make this game losing their jobs. Posthum says, something tells me the people behind this product are vegan. Sir Random says, I prefer more steak. More steak. More steak. It's not that funny. It was funny like the first couple times, but man, it just got beat to death. More steak. Not For says, dude will not hesitate to tell others to spend their own hard-earned money, but the moment when it comes to leading by example, they immediately backtrack LeMayo. It's exactly the same with these types. The way they blame general consumers instead of higher-ups like CEO/director/project lead that are the real bad guys goes to show who actually is not the quote decent person here, unquote. Got paid for years, yeah. Smoker of weed 420 says, don't care. The climb with a clown react. Oh man. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Well done, bait. Not gonna lie, says methoxetamine. It was banned. But you never know. See, this right here, I used to browse B back in 2019. Tells me it's a troll, but there are actually people that like think this unironically. So, all right, let's go to the next thread. Let's see what else Concord has in store. Oh my God, not like this. Oh, there's so much activity here. This is a beehive of activity on this Concord discussion board. Let's go to no, it didn't. Did I already see this one? Oh, I haven't read this one yet. So this is from Lowly Introvertus. Said no, it didn't flop because it's woke. It flopped because it was one of many hero shooters that doesn't have enough interesting gameplay. By blaming DEI or wokeness, you have given up your sense of genuine criticism and choose hatred instead. Are the character designs great? A good chunk of them, yeah, not all, but on average it's fine. Very Guardians of the Galaxy coded, which to me wasn't bad, but I just found it a bit derivative. I only played the beta, but what I played was pretty fun. Sadly, it wasn't interesting enough to draw a bigger crowd or to keep people playing. And to a lot of us, it just looked like a Guardians of the Galaxy ripoff. Hero shooters without big brand developer to latch onto can easily fall. Deadlock would be successful because it's Valve. Marvel rivals, well, that goes without saying. Concord probably won't. Anyone that says go woke, go broke would rather look for an excuse to hate than to think of an actual reason why it failed. Okay, you have my attention, Lowly Introvertus. Let's see how you defend your position. First comment, Tui says cope. Jimmy Kaz says blocking Norfolks. He'll be back to check the replies. These kind of pep want attention. I am Sing Sing says keep telling yourself. Firemind 2, so what is Forspoken in Flintlock's excuse? I'll Smoke 77 says, no, it flopped because it was woke. No points for you. Midnight Friend 88 says, Chara design is terrible and the pronouns lol, who wants to play that crap? A bunch of kanji says, if your sense of aesthetics tell you that, Jesus Christ. Carnival grandmas, reptilian demi-humans, colorful weirdos in a trash can. These can be called fine, then there's something wrong with you. Even the few ordinary looking human characters are dressed with no personality at all. Like passersby who just bought 90% off items from Walmart and walked out of the store wearing them. Midnight Fen 88. What are people in China or Taiwan thinking about all this woke garbage in the West? I'm curious. Neon Demon. Your opinion is worth less than 2 cents. Let's go through a list of what is wrong with you in your post. 1. Defending a game you haven't bought. Classic Concord defender. Wait, yeah, didn't even buy it? No, bro. 2. You're telling people the reason the game failed even though most of us are here because we don't like woke garbage. 3. Running away immediately because you know you're wrong and have no strong case to defend yourself. You are just another Concord defender who likes to complain instead of supporting the product you are defending. It's okay though, I get that you like to be upset about something. It's what all leftists do. I don't think he's a leftist actually. You're so, okay. Honorable Sir Ricard de Milos. I'm noticing some familiar names now. You're so right. And Dustborn also didn't fail because it's woke. Same for the Acolyte or Flintlock or Capes or whatever this is. Yes, Queen. Hashtag delusional. Bowser says, yes, it is. In their twisted ideology, everything sexy and beautiful is evil and therefore banished. Problem is the vast majority of shooter players are horny young males. And guess what sells best to horny young males? Lowly Introvertus, the OP, replies to the block and ignore comment by saying, I mean, yeah, but given all the discussions here bashing this game's head in, you all want the attention too. 1080 Pucktra says, lol, OP couldn't even last 30 minutes. You were right. He's getting mobbed right now. And it wasn't even that insane of a take. It wasn't even that insane. I thought it was like fairly normie, I guess. And he's just getting absolutely roasted. These people just aren't having it. I am Sing Sing says, I'm from Hong Kong. My understand is Taiwan is quite progressive. It's only a matter of time they turn woke, but for now they aren't there yet. They're still quite normal for the most part. And for China, most of them have no idea about this woke BS agenda is. They don't know what other parts of the world is up to. And for Hong Kongers, if I ain't wrong, most of us despise woke tards and their BS because you know we have more important and actual misery to deal with. Oh, I hate to see that. Sorry, Sing Sing. PMR says, I think you're right about Deadlock being a success, but not only because it's Valve. There's some interest in the genre and people wanted it because it's the newest Valve game. But being Valve only does not guarantee a game to stay around with players. Look at Artifact. That's something people at least have some interest in. It has to be something people at least have some interest in. Excuse me. Wow, I can't even read. Kanji says, we despise Western game companies for making their characters uglier and uglier. Just like this forum, our community treats this garbage games as a joke. Some katakana looks like. I guess Bud Light mass layoff and an entire facility closure is just because a tooth fairy stole the company's money and the boycott didn't actually do anything. Oh, jeez. So we're not going to get into that. Discombobulating says, these people utterly despise gamers and hate them. In return, hatred is fired back. I was going to type out legit criticisms, but couldn't take you serious anymore after you said the character designs are great. Has to be some kind of troll. Here we go. The author of this thread has indicated that this post answers the original topic. Pollux says, it flopped because of the price and lack of advertising. I only found out about it from people reviewing it on YouTube. 40 € price 2024 for another hero shooter is not good. Yeah, well, that's the least of their problems. All right, we'll read a couple more. So this is Kanji Man. No, in fact, none of us want to see this kind of garbage in game appear. Even if people support LGHT TV and same-sex marriage in real life, that doesn't mean we like to play ugly characters in games. We do not support the use of any commercial products to spread any political agenda or ideology. We'll never understand why Western game companies are obsessed with using commercial products for thought engineering instead of just making what everyone wants. Well, there you go. All right, let's look for a different thread. Politicized marketing. Here, oh geez, somebody just posted this. Concord shouldn't have failed. Concord will persevere. Oh no. Yeah, let's read this. Let's see this one. This is from Jeem9000, who says, Concord will persevere. To all the toxic gamer who are gloating, just know that Sony is committed to diversity and inclusion, and Concord will persevere and survive. Sony has infinite money, and the toxic gamers will never win. Well, see, the problem is this right here. Sony actually doesn't have infinite money, believe it or not. I know that's a kind of a surprise to some people, but Sony does not have infinite money. And he's farming clowns and laughing emojis. Heavy Hitter 451. Lol, your rant reminds me of this famous speech where Bane Gotham is yours. Das Apple says, aw, cute cope, but most likely more farming for points, which I respect. Yeah, it probably is actually. Bowser says, lol, sanity already won the war. The crazy just haven't come to terms with it yet. Twisted ideology will never prevail in the long run. Heavy Hitter 451 says, it's not inclusion though. There's no white characters. They left us white people out. Wait, did they? I don't think they did. I think there is white characters actually. So I think that's objectively wrong. I don't know. I just saw marketing material. I haven't actually played the game. Doge War Criminal says, you are coping lol with Bernie Sanders. Oh, gee. Court says, nice try, buddy, but we won't give you free Steam points. Well, a bunch of people did, actually. Heavy Hitter 451 says, Sony can't be that committed to diversity and inclusion. They removed LGHD TV tag from the game. Oh, no. Marcelage says, we are the pure gamers. You are the racist bigots that have infiltrated our once glorious industry. Not our fault we don't want to play your pansy-ass game. Get 'em, Marcelage. Drowning Echo, Ape Together Strong. Okay, forgot the cope. Pooch says, oh my god, they're so mad. My post got taken down. They worse than the woke. Pooch says, he's not sad. He still resides in my PS5. Timeline's still safe. What? I don't get it. Okay, this Jeem says Lennox is white. That's what I thought. I'm not trying to, yeah, we're not gonna go there. Yo dog, he's green. You sir are a got him. All right, last one. Ew Sushi says, why are we toxic gamers? Definitely this game is not for me, even if it were free, and it targets obviously another audience. Why should we play it if we don't like it? Not every game is for everyone. You may like Overwatch, but you also may not like this. It makes perfect sense. That's why there are multiple games in a genre. We can choose what we want to play and support. So stop labeling gamer names and stop being toxic and enjoy your game. GL and HF. Yeah, that's not how this works though. Yet another troll that does not own the game, says Seashire Panther. He's a troll. He doesn't own the game. Lol. This is Soldier 42. Don't give him gestures. He can at least ask nice if he wants them so bad. They're just getting called out for being trolls. But like, what if this is sincere? It's like Poe's Law. What if this guy is being sincere? Like, no, guys, it's actually a good game. There's no tank of copium big enough, says Ezekiel. Yep, at least be a professional troll, says Terminix. Kind regards, the Professor TM. All right, we're gonna look at one more thread, and then this is gonna have to go the way of the dodo. Okay, here we go. This is gonna be good. Another game terrorized to death by anti-ESG hysteria, says Chan Can. I wish people would stop kicking games down before they are in release, so said games could have an actual chance. Studios shut down because of this. People lose their jobs over this. It's not funny. Poca says, what's the solution? I don't know what this is. Somebody who got banned says, it's very funny actually, and they should lose their job 100%. Chan Can says, I think they hire more POC and genderqueer people. Maybe advertise their game at pride rallies. No, that's okay. He's trolling. This is a troll thread. We're moving on. Let's read this one. Okay. All right. Zinger Burger. Let's see it. He says, LGHD TV plus community loves Concord with hearts, rainbows, and rainbow flag emojis. He says, I want to express my sincere gratitude for your unwavering support of the LGHD TV community. Your commitment to fostering an inclusive and accepting environment to not only uplifts those within the community, but also sets a powerful example for others to follow. Your actions are a testament to the values of equality and respect, and they resonate deeply with those who believe in a world where everybody can live authentically. Thank you for standing with the LGHD TV community and for being a champion of diversity and inclusion with a rainbow flag and a heart emoji. Okay, so I'll just say right now, this is a troll. This is a troll post. It might have a sincere message, but it is a troll post. Jim Rainer 67 says, Sony removed the pride tag, the LGHD TV tag. Anyone can support a cause with no consequences. Sony backed down the nanosecond pressure was applied. Sony says nothing about Saudi Arabia. Sony does sell product in Saudi Arabia though. When Israel, oh geez, why are we talking about this? A town of civilians, what does Sony say? Oh yeah, I forgot Sony wants the Berkshire Hathaway money. Stop carrying water for a scam bucket corporation. You're sounding like a moron. Ding Chavez. Oh, shout out Ding Chavez, by the way. No, they don't. There are 14 million HGTV community people in the US alone. Less than 25,000 people bought Concord, and that's including non-LGHDTV people. Stop trying to represent people who aren't yourself. Odds are this is a weak troll though. Yeah, that's my thought too. It's a strong troll because like, come on, just look at how like colorful that title is. He's just trying to farm gestures and it really didn't work. 50 players were worldwide, says Bloody Moon. Ding Chavez says that's why they couldn't support Concord. They have to celebrate themselves every week. Parade Saturdays with a Zaglol Hades emote. And the same OP said, okay, yeah, so it is a troll. So this guy said this. It's just the same guy. So he got a couple of gestures out of it. Sounds good to me. All right, I think, you know what? I'm gonna do one more. Let's find just a short one-liner. All right, here, how about this? Politicized marketing. Hero shooter with a skin shop that still costs $40 and a PSN account is required. The real question is who expected this to work? Asked Grok Dragon. No replies. 10 minutes ago. Oh, come on. Forum's dead. Forum's dead. All right. Anything else we could talk about? Yeah, I'm not reading that. I'm going to be honest. Serious question. I'm not here to start political debates. This is a beehive of activity. What? Why is this here? Why is this here? All right, I think this is my cue that it's time to end the video. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this. Yeah, Concord is bad. It is failing. Nobody's playing it, and everyone is coping, and it's very, very entertaining to watch. So that's it. So like, subscribe, all that stuff, yada yada. I'll see you all in the next one. Later.